boy, there's a lot going on. So Pierce County, Washington is asking for more vaccine doses as cases rise. The county is in danger of actually falling back to phase 1, and Snohomish County will likely fall back to phase 2 on May 2nd. King County is actually hanging on at phase 3, but only barely.
Yeah, we don't want to go backwards. Please.
No.
Like my side of the business side of my house is actually starting to get really busy. And I want to keep that momentum going, as does every other small business owner. Please don't mess this up for us. All right, Johnson & Johnson vaccine could be allowed again as early as Friday. Likely there's going to be some restrictions. They haven't gone into what those restrictions will be. It's worth noting 7.4 million doses of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine were given. There were 6 blood clot adverse reactions with 1 death. We moved faster on the Johnson & Johnson vaccine than we have on reasonable gun reform. That's a whole separate story there. But this will help the acceleration of vaccinating the American public when we get this vaccine back online, because it is the best vaccine for the new variants.
Yes, and so global health officials are actually giving up on herd immunity. Southern Hemisphere isn't getting immunized. There's no doses in poor countries. The United States might get to 75% vaccinated, but not enough people willing to get the vaccine. Without 85% to 90% vaccination rate, COVID will continue to mutate. Yay. We are likely going to continue to have to live with COVID. Anti-mask and anti-vaccination isn't a unique American trait, though. It is also ongoing in Ontario, Montreal, and Quebec City, which are on lockdown in Canada.
Hallelujah! Holy shit! Where's the Tylenol?
So Joe Biden promised 100 million COVID doses within 100 days. Nailed it. It's about the only thing I feel that he can go, nailed it, to be real candid. So they moved the goalpost. They moved the goalpost to 200 million doses within 100 days. According to whitehouse.gov, as of April 21, we're almost to the finish line. But at April 21, there are 199 million doses have been given, and at least 50% of all adults in the United States have 1 COVID dose in their bloodstream.
Oh, this one's my favorite, my actual favorite. Guess what, guys? Ted Nugent has something, and it's not cat scratch fever. Ted Nugent, called COVID fake, refused to wear a mask, refused to get a vaccine, says it's overblown, but yet told his followers that he tested positive for COVID, said he thought, quote, he was going to die, and he was so sick he had to crawl. Now learned tonight, Ted Nugent and South Dakota Darwinian believer Kristi Noem flew together. Well, Nugent was sick, so I guess maybe this is part of Darwin's natural selection.
These are shut.
Cannibalistic humanoid underground dwellers.
All right. The State Department and the CDC were not on the same page on travel advisories. The State Department had a bunch of countries on level 3, which is you shouldn't go there unless you really have to, while the CDC had a bunch of countries on level 4, which is don't travel. Well, the CDC and the State Department got on the same page today. And now there are level 4 travel advisories from the State Department on over 125 countries. Now, something to consider if you are thinking about traveling internationally. A level 4 advisory means that if you end up in jail, you end up sick, if you need help from the consulate or the embassy in that country, you're not going to get it, because level 4 is you do not travel there. So understand the gravity of that State Department level 4 warning for those 125 countries, 125 plus. You need to go to state.gov. I'm not going to sit here and list 125 countries off to you. The reason that they're doing this, and it even applies to people who are immunized, is the concern over breakthrough variants and bringing them back to the United States, because it goes back to we're never going to achieve herd immunity because not enough people want to get the vaccination. Thanks, Russia. You're winning on that one. And also thank you, that British asshole that said vaccines cause autism.